We'll start this practice in supported fish with one yoga block under the shoulder blades and a second yoga block at the back of the head. And the idea is to have the head supported a little bit higher than the heart. So you can get yourself all set up there. Bend your knees. And once the upper back is supported, you might adjust the block a little bit so it's just below your neck, not quite touching the neck, but supporting the space behind the heart. And the second block is at the back of the skull. Bring the feet together, bend the knees out to the sides. If you find that you have to use any effort to keep the knees up, try to slide the feet further forward so you can relax the inner legs. And with an inhale breath, lift the arms over your head. With an exhale breath, bend the elbows out to the sides into a W shape. Inhale, reach the arms back by the ears, straightening the arms fully. Exhaling, bend the elbows into a W. Continue to explore the movement, slowing your breath through the nose. Using Ujjayi breathing, which is the soft ocean sound that feels very much like a whisper in the back of the throat. It uses the same muscles as whispering, as well as fogging up a glass. It's just a little bit more relaxed so that we can actually sustain it in an enjoyable way throughout the whole yoga class. And then mindfully watch your breath and start to count down the length of the exhale in seconds from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale to the same length, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then continue. If that felt easy enough, try 8 seconds. Try to make the inhale the same length as the exhale. A few more to go. Keep mindfully breathing, moving with the breath. And wherever you felt the most benefit, maybe it was some kind of opening through the chest or the shoulder, go ahead and pause there for a little bit. If you're not sure, feel free to keep moving. But if you do find that sweet spot, go ahead and pause there. And on your next inhalation, reach the arms straight back. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. And with an exhale, support your head, engage your core, and come off of the yoga blocks. And then we'll come up into a table position, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees below hips. Spread your fingers wide. And take a breath in. Push through your hands, spreading the shoulder blades. As you exhale, sit back towards the feet. And as you inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists, shoulder blades spreading. Exhale, sit back, keeping the core active. And inhale to come forwards a few more times. Strong through the upper palm, grip through the fingertips. Exhaling, push out through the palm. Good, last one. And sitting back towards your heels, feel free to walk the hands further forward. This is called heart opening pose, Anahatasana. So option 1, keeping the hands on the floor, hips up, bow your heart towards the earth while still intending the buttocks back towards the heels. So the tailbone scoops under a little bit. Great place to stay. Option 2, if you have the yoga blocks, you can build the roof of a house, an A-frame, and then place your elbows around the middle of the blocks. As you draw your buttocks back, sit towards your feet so the upper arm bones are supported, and let the heart melt down. And just hang out there. This might feel like a nice stretch underneath the armpits. Maybe it's an opening for the chest for you as well. Try to engage your core to help pull the front ribs in. This is going to encourage more of a thoracic expansion, more opening through the upper back and shoulders, since the lower back is already naturally flexible in most of us. A few more deep, mindful breaths. Camera 1. For those of you on the yoga blocks, you might explore slowly pumping the arms, bringing the hands towards the upper back, and then bringing the hands forward towards the sky. A few more breaths. And then pushing through the upper arm bones, engage your core. Move the whole body forward so your heart is over the elbows. And then take one hand to the ground for table and then the other. And just slide the box off to the side for now. Camera 2. And with your hands on the ground, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching off to that left side. Again, inhale, right arm up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, thread the needle, spreading the shoulder blades out. A few more to go at your own rhythm. And once more. So exhale, thread the needle, slide the back of the right hand along the floor, and then lean into that shoulder. Walk the left arm forward, bicep by the ear, and take a breath. As you exhale, connect with your core, pulling the front ribs in, and breathe. This is working with the overhead range as well as the spinal twist. A few more deep breaths. Think of your spine as a cylinder, so the breath is expanding in all directions, three-dimensional. Maybe you can feel it in the sides of the back, the sides of the belly. And then bring your left hand by your head. Come back to table position. Inhale, left arm up to the sky, other side. And exhale, threading the needle, reach over towards the right. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, threading through. A few more at your own rhythm. On your next one, thread through, sliding the left hand way out to the right side. And then walk the right arm forward, bicep by the ear. Straightening both arms, breathe deep. Use your exhale to engage the core, pulling the front ribs in, potentially deepening the twist. Then breathe into the belly. Breathe into any areas of tightness. A few more deep breaths. And then take the right hand back by the head, returning to table position. So hands on the floor under the shoulders, and then bring your left toes just off the mat, pressing down through the base of the toes, plant the palm, stack and straighten the right leg, lift your right arm up, and make some big circles with the shoulder, going back by the hip, and then swoop forward by the ear. Exploring that full range in the right shoulder. You might feel a nice stretch through the side body as well. All the while, try to open your chest towards the sky, squeezing the left shoulder blade towards the middle of your spine. And then reaching that right arm straight up to the sky, pause for 5 more breaths, turning the chest open, supporting yourself on left toes. And exhale, come back to table, bend your knees, hands down. And we'll do the other side. So take your right toes just off the mat, use the toes as a kickstand, stack and straighten the left leg, and take your left arm up. Make some big circles with the left shoulder. And on your next inhale, reach that left arm straight up to the sky. Then rooting down through the right toes with the foot behind you, start to open the heart up a little more. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And breathe. 5 breaths. The fingers are spreading wide and rooting through the right hand, especially the thumb and index finger mound. You can also explore gripping with the fingertips to awaken the forearm muscles. And on your next exhale, slowly come back down. Returning to table position. And from there, we'll tuck the toes under, lift the knees, press back, moving into ragdoll position. Hold on to opposite elbows, let your torso hang loose. You can also explore straightening one leg and bending the other, while letting the spine just relax. Camera 1. And then bending your knees, come all the way up, all the way to standing. And then move into the middle of your mat, using the full length, take your feet wide apart. With an inhale, hold the waist, roll your shoulders back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Take the hands to the floor underneath your shoulders, big toes in, heels out. Inhale to look up. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, come up halfway, lift your heart. Exhale, fold again. And once more, inhale, lift your chest. Try to keep your back straight, and then see how much you can straighten your legs comfortably. Hang out for 5 breaths, engaging the front of the thighs, quadricep muscles. You can play with rocking the weight forward towards the toes, and then back towards the heels. And so we're looking for that sweet spot where the weight is shared between those 3 points. Ball of the foot, little toe mound, and heel. And now take a breath in. We'll turn the feet away from each other. As you exhale, bend your left leg, right leg straightening. Inhale across center and switch. Exhale, right leg bends, left leg straightens. And then go side to side at your own rhythm. You might be staying up a little bit higher with your knee over your ankle. Maybe you're going into a full knee flexion, big bend of the knee if that's available. Play around with it. This could also be done with the heels rooted or raising the heel to get more of a toe squat. Camera 2. And then we'll pause with the left leg bending, right leg straight. Maybe you're staying up high. And breathe. Focus on engaging the front of your thigh. It's going to help create length in the back of the leg. You can also play with pointing and flexing the foot. Awakening the ball of that right foot. And then we'll switch sides, right leg bending, left leg straightening. Pointing and flexing left foot. Try to spread wide through the left toes. And then come back to the center. Turn the feet parallel. And with an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, pause there. Hands to the waist. Camera 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale fully. Turning the feet away from each other. Bend your knees. Hands along the inner thighs. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press your left shoulder forward. Look to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder forward. Look left. Inhale up and do a few more at your own pace there. Pressing the hand against the inner leg, stretching the inner leg, as well as stretching the back of the shoulder. And then come back to the center with an inhale, straighten the arms and legs. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Turn the big toes in, heels out. Inhale, open your chest, squeeze the blades. Exhale, fold forward, pulling through the arms. 5, a deep breath. Bending your knees. Inhale all the way up, pull through the arms. And exhale, relax. Bring your feet together, and we'll meet at the top of the mat in mountain pose. And you can place your yoga blocks. There's one on either side of you. And take an inhale breath to lift the arms. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift the head halfway. Exhale, step to high plank, and we'll hold it for a few breaths. Camera 2. So you can rock off the toes, going forward and back, awakening the arches of the feet. On your next exhale, explore bending the elbows by the ribs. Inhale, back to plank. And repeat. Exhale, forward. Inhale, plank. And last one. Lower the knees and hips down. And then bring the hands to the back of your head. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lift the elbows, squeeze your legs and lift them. And breathe here, awakening the upper back strength, awakening the inner leg strength. And exhale to come down. Bring your left arm out to the side, palm down, and roll over onto your left shoulder, stretching through the chest. Right hand can stay down for support, or you can try to stack it on top, both palms facing down. Squeeze your shoulder blades. You can also have that right foot behind you, bending the knee. A few more breaths. And then other side, come back to center. Take the right arm out. Squeeze the shoulder blade, rolling onto your right side. Take the left foot behind you, bending the knee. And hang out, opening through the chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Deep breathing. Try to draw that nose breath from the belly up to the heart. And then come back to the center. One last pose in the belly. So we'll bring the arms out like wings, squeeze the legs. Inhale, lift everything up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Camera 1. Exhale down and push back onto your knees. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Pedal the legs out. And we'll do one last little exercise going between the lunge and half split. Lift your right leg up on an inhale and make some big circles with that right hip joint. Big circular movements. This is also known as the fire hydrant for very obvious reasons. And on your next exhale, step right foot forward near the hand, left knee down. You can help that right foot forward a little bit or slide the left knee back so the knee is behind the pelvis. And then with the yoga blocks under your hands, take a breath in to bend your front knee. And with an exhale, reverse that bend. And repeat. Inhale, bend the knee. And exhale, reverse it. Camera 2. A few more at your own rhythm. Oh. There we go. And then lean back. Try to keep your back straight. And then attempt to lift the right leg 5 times. 1, 2, so core is strong. 3, 4, and 5. Take a breath in. And then exhale, engage the front of the thigh. You can stay tall or fold, hinging at the hip. If it feels good for the spine, there is the option to round the back. Toes could be flexing to shin to get more into the calf, or you could be pointing the foot to create more support for the knee joint, if there's any strain at all in the knee. And then bending your front knee, bring that knee just over the ankle. Lift the heart up, taking the hands off the blocks. Inhale, spread the arms like wings, bend your front knee more. Exhale, reverse the bend, forearms together. Inhale, open up, cactus arms or straight arms, your choice. Exhale, forearms together. A few more times, moving with your breath. And reversing the movement, forearms together. And then from there, keep the forearms glued and start to lift the arms up. Camera 1. Very slowly straighten the arms, taking the elbows apart. And breathe. Driving the left hip forward, draw the right hip back, using buttock power. Feel free to pump the arms just like we did in heart opening pose, bending and straightening. And then letting go, we'll take the hands down, bend the front knee, and move back to down dog. Notice the difference from right to left. And inhale, lift the left leg up. Make circles with that left hip, 3-legged dog. Big circular movements. On your next exhale, step left foot forward. And then you can wiggle the right knee back a little bit. So you want to avoid having the knee in front of the pelvis. Move it back. And then take a breath in, bending your front knee. And as you exhale, lean back, try to straighten that leg. Inhale, bend the knee, lunging, lift the heart. Exhale, slowly straighten the leg and bow over it. And continue a few more times with your breath. Dynamic movements are really great for discovering what's going on in the body today. It's also moving energy, moving heat, getting the blood flowing to carry nutrients through the body. Motion is lotion. And then leaning back, find a straight spine. So we're trying to lift the heart, pushing into the blocks, and then tension your core. Lift and lower the left leg 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a breath in, lift the heart again, engaging the front of the thigh. Exhale, hinge at the hip, and then round at the spine if that feels good. And breathe, stretching into the back of the leg. Might be a nice stretch in the back of the spine as well. And then bending your front knee, we'll meet in a lunging position. Bring your knee just over the ankle, heart just over the pelvis. Inhale, open the arms. Feel free to bend that knee as much as possible. Exhale, reverse the bend, forearms together. Again, inhale, opening up. Exhale, reversing the bend. A few more to go. Camera 2. And then forearms together. Pause there. Open your palms to the sky. Now, keeping the forearms glued together, try to lift your arms. This will be quite difficult. Look up to your hands. And at some point, allow the arms to fully straighten, elbows come apart, little fingers are glued together. Keep reaching up and back. Elbows in, bend the elbows. Drive the right hip forward, left hip back, engaging the buttocks. And then play with slowly pumping the arms, going from bending to straightening. Camera 1. Keep tension through the core. With your next exhale, let go. Take the hands down, and we'll bend the knee. Step back to downward dog, and we'll hold down dog for 5 breaths. Drawing the hips up and back. Press the heart towards the feet. And then come through a seated position. Bring your legs out in front. Take your yoga strap and lay down onto your back. Bending both knees, bring your right leg up to the sky. Place a strap around the right foot. Camera 2. Contracting the front of the thigh, pull back on your leg and make some big circles going out to the right and halfway across to the left side. Big circular movements in the hip. It's also going to affect the hamstrings. Explore changing directions, big circles. And then taking that strap with the left hand, bring your legs over to the left side, spinal twist, holding the posture. Try to straighten your bottom leg as well, pushing the edge of the foot into the floor near the front of your mat. Turn your head to look over the right shoulder and breathe. Inhale back to center. Taking the strap with the right hand, open that leg to the right side and breathe. Camera 1. Inhale back to center. Take the left leg up, and we'll bring that strap around the left foot. Set the right foot on the floor, bending the knee. Engage the front of that left thigh and make some big circles with your left leg. And then changing directions, about 5 more circles. Taking the strap with your right hand, bring your legs over to the right side, spinal twist, pulling back with that right arm, and then try straightening the bottom leg towards the front of the mat, pushing the edge of that foot into the ground. Look over your left shoulder and breathe. Deep breath into the belly. Come back to the center. And then taking the strap with your left hand, exhale to open that leg out to the left side. 5 more breaths. Inhaling, come back to the center. And exhale, let go. Windshield wiper the legs side to side with the feet about hip width or wider. Arms out like wings. And then make your way into relaxation on your back, resting the arms by the sides. Completely let go of the body. And give yourself at least a few minutes to relax on your back. If you have more time's even better. Camera 2. And thank you very much for practicing. Hope this served you well today.